Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my EDC, what I carry and why I carry it. Just a reminder guys, everything I share is an opinion and nothing is a recommendation. I've been carrying for just under a year, and so I'm basically going to be sharing my experiences with you and what works for me. But I do think that on this journey, as I evolve, as I grow, things might change. If you're getting sick of my face, don't worry. Next week, Ryan will be back on the channel. If you didn't know yet, we are giving away a full EDC pack on Patreon at the end of this month. It includes the following: Strauss and Leather Co. wallet, Ace Beam flashlight, Core Essentials belt, one of one knife designed by Ryan, Nightcore utility pouch, Global Phalanx TAC TQ tourniquet. And as we've mentioned before, every week we're adding a new item, and this week we are adding an Urban Warrior EDC ready jeans. If you happen to be a female patron and you win, you can then select any garment from the Urban Warrior female line. So guys, if you want in on that and you're watching this on YouTube, it's the first link down in the description if you want to join us, and if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, it's the first comment. Before I get into my video, just a reminder guys, it is Superior September with Canik. So if you were ever planning on buying a firearm, this month is the best month to do so. If you do happen to buy a Canik, you are eligible to win a TTI Combat. And besides that, they are running daily deals on their website. So guys, check that out and be sure to follow Canik. Now, initially when I did get my firearm, I did off-body carry for a little bit. And I was using the Gunslinger by Southwest Holsters and Tagmach. I think that was actually one of the first videos I did. What I really like about the Gunslinger is that it conceals my firearm and it carries my firearm. Another thing that I like is that it sits in front of your body. I think oftentimes when people think of a bag, you think you need to get a backpack. But I didn't want the idea of not seeing my firearm. So I really like that this is on my body, right in front of me. And like I said, easy to access my firearm. Something I did was I pretty much customized the Gunslinger and I put a holster inside of it. This just made it easy and safe for me to carry my firearm safely in the bag. I know exactly where it's positioned. I know that when I dry fire or train with this, I can access my firearm safely and draw it. I also know that there's nothing's going to get in the way of my trigger. So I quite liked customizing it this way, just felt safer with that option. Another thing that I do like about the Gunslinger is that they also have extra pockets. So there's a pocket in front over there, a pocket over there. There's quite a few pockets. And then there's other little compartments to the bag where you can put things in. Now, us females, we generally have quite a bit of things we want to carry. And as I go through my EDC list, I'm going to share some more things that I carry. And the great thing is pretty much all of it can fit in here. And another thing I noticed is men can often carry their EDC and everything they need in their pockets. For us women, that's not the case. So once again, the Gunslinger just was the perfect bag that could hold everything it possibly needed to. Then a cell phone. Now, I'm pretty sure that almost everybody owns one, and for obvious reasons, for communication. You want to make sure that this thing is always charged. We have no excuses. So another thing that I use my phone for is to send my location. Whenever I leave home, I'm always sharing my location with Ryan. Also, a phone comes in handy to save your emergency contacts, emergency numbers, emergency services. When you are in a situation that you're going to need to make an urgent phone call, you don't want to be Googling these numbers. So location tracking, being contactable, so having this charged, having this on you ready, always making sure you have data and airtime is very important. And then lastly, having this as a source of where all the emergency numbers are saved on is vital. Then for a bit on the medical side of things, I carry the Urban Warrior Compact Ready Pouch. Now this is a cute little pouch that fits in my Gunslinger, fits pretty much in any bag I want to carry I want to carry when I leave home. And what I carry in this pack is a snake staff tourniquet. I also carry Salox, which is a hemostatic agent. And in this last little section, I keep things like sanitary towels, I keep some plasters, I keep some headache tablets. Now, something to keep in mind with this little medical kit is I'm not going out into the world thinking I'm going to save everybody and this little kit is going to save every single life. It's more the mentality of trying to save time, trying to help the situation the best I can until emergency services arrive. Pepper spray. So fights generally start out verbal, they could escalate to physical, and then lastly they could become lethal. Now, as females, we are already at a disadvantage physically. Now, I know there are some women that are stronger than some men, but generally men have a physical advantage over us. And I just find that pepper spray is a great force multiplier. And another thing is pepper spray is cheap. It's easy to carry, I can always keep it on me, and if ever I use it in a situation that I maybe escalated in my mind or made bigger than it should have been and it calmed down and everything went okay, I can literally, and I use it wrongly, I can literally apologize to the guy and offer to pay for any doctor bills if there are any. So I carry this pepper spray because not all situations are going to end up lethal, but most situations still need to be dealt with. My push dagger neck knife. Now, something to keep in mind, guys, this is not my primary tool. I carry this around my neck and it's more of a worst case scenario backup tool. If I can't access my firearm and I need to use this, then I am going to use this. It's more a situation of I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. A little flashlight. This is an Olight flashlight. Now, this is not a tactical flashlight. It's purely for administrative. I like that it's small. It can fit into any bag. It can fit into a pocket. So it's very easy to carry. And it's literally just to get some light. If I drop something in the car at night and I need to see what's happening by my feet, I can use this. If I need to shine light for someone, I can happily take this out and make use of it. And I do carry a weapon mounted light on my firearm, but I can't exactly draw my firearm to simply use the weapon mounted light on there. So this little baby comes in hand for those moments. Then my Shinobi Kydex katana holster. Now, both Ryan and I carry appendix. I've seen him train this way, he encouraged me to do so, and I've been carrying appendix. It's easy to access, especially when I'm driving or when I'm sitting. I've been wearing this holster since I started my journey. I've trained with it, it's held up really well, it's comfortable, it conceals really well. I like that it has a spare mag. If ever I experience a malfunction, I can easily remove my mag and replace it with this one. And a spare mag simply means more ammo, and that's never a bad thing. And then also the holster caters for my weapon mounted light. My Core Essentials belt. So again, since I started, I've been only using Core Essentials belt. These belts are really great. In my video last week, I spoke about it. You can check that out as well. But they are really strong. They are rigid. Something I really do like about these belts is that they have like a ratchet system on the inside. So you can adjust this every time you go to the bathroom, when you want to loosen or tighten your gun belt. This ratchet system works perfectly. Then my Nightcore NPL 25 weapon mounted light. Now, most situations are probably going to happen at night. And when you have light on the situation, you have more information and then you can make a good choice on how to proceed. I did some low light training with Ryan and this light held up really beautifully. I can also tell you that it's not easy to control your hand with your firearm and then a flashlight in your other hand. Trying to operate two things at the same time becomes really tricky, and I'm pretty sure that when you are in a situation where there's a lot of stress, you do not want to have that complication. So I definitely prefer both my hands on the firearm, and that's why having a weapon mounted light has been something that is very important to me. Then my Mechanic MO1 red dot. Now, what I like about the red dots is I can remain threat focused and red dots work really well in low light situations. Now, most modern red dots are really reliable, so that's awesome. I have trained with iron sights. This was before I owned this firearm, and I've had a red dot on this since I got my firearm, and I've trained with the red dot. And having experienced iron sights, understanding how they work, shooting with only iron sights, I can definitely say that I prefer running a red dot. Onto clothing. Besides trying to just be creative with the things that I do have in my cupboard and trying to make that work, I've also been wearing the new Urban Warrior ladies line. I did a video on that last week. You can check that whole range out at www.urbanwarriorsa.com. And lastly, my Canik MC9. Now, when you purchase a Canik, you literally get a whole package. The standard package gives you everything you could possibly need in a firearm. There is no need for any aftermarket modifications. That's something that I really like about the Canik brand. So I'm going to point out the features that I like about my firearm. I think I'll start from the top and then work my way down. So these are iron sights, and they are not plastic. If you want an MO1, you get a co-witness with your iron sights. You have a loaded chamber indicator, a striker status indicator, a rail for your weapon mounted light, Canik's amazing trigger, 12 round magazine. And another thing I appreciate about Canik firearms is that all Canik magazines are compatible. So if ever I need, I can literally slot Ryan's Canik's mag into my firearm. And that's a nice thing that both Ryan and I carry Canik's, is that we can interchange. And then lastly, it's a little package, but it carries so much. It's tiny, it's so easy to conceal. Very happy with my Canik MC9. I'm really lucky in the sense that I had a Ryan with me at my side from the beginning of my journey. It really helped me figure out what my essential EDC items are and the best of them. I think that for a lot of people who go on this journey, it can really be frustrating. You might feel like you've wasted money and time because you try a product that doesn't work, then you find something else that does work for you. And so having all the knowledge, having his guidance, having his videos and all of those kind of things out there has really helped make my EDC journey quite a smooth ride. So guys, that pretty much sums up my current EDC. And with carrying these items and training with them, they definitely make me feel much safer when I leave home. Guys, don't forget about Superior September with Canik, and then also don't forget to join us on Patreon. We are giving away that full EDC pack at the end of September. That's it, guys. Have a good week. Be safe. Train hard. Cheers. God bless.